Hi, Tamra Davison, and I want to welcome you back to my kitchen. Today is harvest at the farm, and I'm going to do a special recipe called spiced apple cookies. Great for lunches, great for snacks, and they're even healthy. First thing you're going to do is you're going to turn your oven on to 375 and let it preheat. And you can either use parchment paper or lightly grease your cookie sheets. So I have two of them, and I've just put some parchment paper on them. I'm going to mix up my dry ingredients first. So it takes 2 cups of flour all together, and I'm going to use 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of whole wheat flour, and then a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then the spices are cinnamon and cloves. So the recipe is for half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Now that should be all of our dry ingredients apart from the sugar. And I'm just going to stir that all together so that it's ready to go after we've blended our margarine and our sugars together. Next we're going to do is simply add a half a cup of margarine. Of course, butter's good too. And you want this to be at room temperature so that it blends easier. And then 1 1/3 cups of brown sugar. Now I'm using golden sugar, and I have used brown sugar. The difference being that the brown sugar has a bit of a molasses flavor, and it's a bit heavier and it doesn't beat up quite as fluffy, but you can do that as well. But today I'm going to use the golden sugar. So 1 1/3 cups. I've got a 2/3 cup measuring here, so I'm going to start with that. I'm going to shut it off and just scrape the sides a bit. After you've got that done, you add an egg. Okay, our next step is to add the dry ingredients. So I'll slowly add it. Alrighty, takes a cup of apples, which I should have done ahead of time, but this is a Honeycrisp apple, which bakes absolutely beautiful. So you can really use any kind of an apple. One cup is usually 1 medium-sized apple. This one might need to add a little more, but we'll see. So I definitely don't want to skimp on the apples. This is a very moist cookie. Like I said earlier, it's fabulous for lunch or coffee break or snacks. Good. Let's see how close to a cup we are. Pretty good. 1 medium-sized apple. Now we're going to add all of the rest of the ingredients, which is a cup of finely chopped apples, 1 cup of raisins, a 1/4 cup of Davison apple juice. I know a lot of people don't like nuts, but in this cookie it really adds a lot because it's a very soft cookie, and so the apples will be cooked down so they won't be crunchy anymore, but the nuts actually add a lot of crunch. Now I'm using pecans, and walnuts work good too. Walnuts and apples just go together, but I just find it hard to get really good walnuts, and pecans are just more reliable. So yeah, we got a little more than we needed. that's all right. Okay, so we have a cup of chopped nuts. You can see it's a very thick dough. So you can use a tablespoon if you like. I would use a tablespoon. I've got one of these handy cookie things that I like to use, especially for dropped cookies. Helps you to be more consistent with the size. You put about 12 cookies on a sheet because they are going to expand. The trick with these is not to over bake them. They will stay nice and moist with the raisins and the apples in them. I'll set my timer for 10 minutes and we'll check it, and it might need a couple more minutes after that. It's just been over 12 minutes, so we'll give these a check and see how they look. Yeah, they're just lightly browned. Like I said, I don't like to overcook these, so I think we'll take them out. If you found this video helpful, press the like button and subscribe for more videos.